So JT, even diving some more into it, for people who are just getting started, like what we talked about, like, that's a mistake they make coming in without the proper capital. But what are some other mistakes you see people make? And what are some of the solutions you think to some of those mistakes?
A big mistake I see a lot is people not doing their own research. They're just buying whatever, they see someone else say to buy. And, like I said, you can luck your way into some plays. Sometimes you might luck your way into a play, but doing your own due diligence is something that's necessary every time. It doesn't matter who tells you to buy it. It doesn't matter what you've heard about the stock. Do your own research, look into it, look at the charts, look at the technicals, look at the news, make sure you're doing your own research, know what you're buying and know why you're buying it. Don't just buy things because, you think it's a good idea. You heard someone talk about it, make sure you know what you're doing.
This young brother right here is spitting, man. Y'all better listen up. He is giving y'all some game, some wise game too.
So, bro, with your trading strategy, I'm assuming you do most so technical analysis because you're doing a lot of swing trades, a lot of options and stuff like that. Could you also offer like a little bit of insight on that? Like, what are some things you use with your technical analysis? Like, as like some indicators that you use.
Yeah. So when you're looking at technical analysis, you're looking at the charts and the candlesticks. You can use something like Thinkorswim. TradingView is another good one. A couple of indicators that I think are standard, the most traders use that I like to use is the RSI is a good one that I like. It's the relative strength index. It's going to let you know whether a stock is considered overbought or oversold. That's something that I like to use. I try to get people to use. Another common one is the MACD, which is moving average, convergence, and divergence. And you get MACD crossovers, which can be strong buy or sell signals. You want to have volume on your charts, obviously. But I'm not going to, those are some simple ones without going too in depth, because without being able to actually see it as a visual, but those are a couple of ones that I think every trader likes to use. They're popular.
You spoke on being consistent with your trading. Is there any stocks that you believe that you pretty much know exactly how to trade that, or you're very, very consistent in trading?
Yeah. One of my favorite stocks to trade is Roku, a stock called Roku. The ticker is just ROKU. Y'all know the Roku TV. I really like it. I've made a lot of money trading Roku. I've had a couple losses, but man, like my win rate on that stock is crazy just because it's a stock that I always have on my watch list. I've been trading for a long time. So I just kind of familiar with the price action and how it moves and certain things like that. So I'm able, usually when I jump into a Roku trade, I'm able to make money. And the people in my group, they know that. So they get excited when I start talking about Roku.
Hey, and that speaks volumes to it though, because like once again what Jared was saying, because you didn't spend so much time with this stock, now like it's just time. Like because okay, if Roku hit this certain price, I know normally it didn't fail here. I can just make different plays because I'm experienced in it.
Yeah, so that's the importance of having a strong watch list. Instead of trying to trade like every new stock, trying to catch every new big mover. I think having a smaller watch list of 10 to 15 companies that you like, that you can watch every day. Eventually, you'll get familiar with the movements and the price action, and that'll help you. That'll just help you make more money. Then those stocks become your own personal money printers, because you know how they move, you know what to expect. Than trying to trade a new company every day.
And I kind of want to go into what you were talking about with the brokerages. Just for some people who don't know, I know you mentioned Thinkorswim, but could you name a few other brokerages that you think would be very beneficial for people who's just starting out, wanting to get into the stock market?
Yeah, I like Thinkorswim personally. I think it's the best. Thinkorswim. It's an elite brokerage. It's top tier. They got in-app charting. They got all the information you can need. The downside is if you're a beginner and you're brand new, it can be kind of harder to learn, to get familiar with, and it can be kind of intimidating. But it's definitely worth the learning. So like a step down from Thinkorswim, There's another broker called Webull. I like Webull. It's not as complicated as Thinkorswim. You can still look at charts on there. They still have news, good information. And then, I think everyone knows about Robinhood. Robinhood is the most beginner friendly. It's definitely the easiest to use, but there's just a lot of flaws, a lot of downside with Robinhood. So, I think if you want to get started with just, some basic investing, putting money in the stocks to see how they move, then yeah, Robinhood is a good one. But if you want to, get serious with options trading, I think, eventually you're going to have to look to move a step up from Robinhood. They've had glitches where the whole app just shut down for a day or two. And if you had money in there, you weren't able to sell anything. So some people lost money. I lost money. I had money in some Robinhood positions during the glitch. I lost bread after that. I don't think I've used Robinhood since because you only get one chance to mess up my bread like that. So
feel that.
I feel that completely.
Yeah, man. Robinhood was in hot water after that one.
Definitely. And actually, you said something earlier too. You mentioned your group, and I wanted to ask you about that. What I've heard a lot of good things from it. I'm not gonna lie about the group from Kelly. So can you talk a little bit more about the group to like our listeners?
Yeah, so the group is called Impact Investments. It's something I started in November of 2019. So coming up on a year. What it is, it's a Discord community. It's an educational and trading service. So myself, as well as a few of my associates that are full-time traders, we help people take their first steps in stock option trading. We educate on how to read charts. If you don't know how to read charts, we have Zoom sessions where, you can share the screen and you can look and you can see how to read charts. We do live trading sessions. So we get on the voice channel and we talk you through what we're looking at during the day while we're looking at it. We have TA calls. Every Sunday we do a sentiment call. So we talk about what to expect in the upcoming week in the market. We have different bots that can chart stocks for you. They can do your technical analysis for you. They give you the news. We even have they give you option flow, and option flow is big money orders. So you can see where the smart money is going. Like if there's $1 million, flowing into this play, it just lets you see where millionaires and things like that are putting their money into. We have a large community. It's educational, man. We all have the same goal, so everyone helps each other. We learn off of each other. We throw plays out with sentiment, so why we're picking the plays, and so you can learn that way. And everybody gets to eat.
Hey man, that's hard. That's really hard.
Hey, y'all really are making an impact with it because that bro like Kelly had told me, man, he was like, bro, you just don't understand, my brother. Like this group is pressure. Them boys dropping plays in there.
It's because they not only do they tell you the play, but they educate you on why it is this play. Right, I think that's huge, and I kind of want to get into that and how this is different different from a signal group. Can you explain to the viewers or the listeners?
Yeah, so the goal isn't just to tell people, buy this, sell that, and have them, follow us blindly without ever learning. The goal is to be able to teach people how to fish. So we have, like you said, we have plays, we have signals, but we're sending in the reason behind these plays. And we're doing a lot more education. It's not just, you come in and you get picks. You can ask questions, you can learn, you can drop some charts, you can get feedback. We can talk about different things. And, we educate. Education is the main focus. We want to teach people how to fish, teach people how to be able to make their own plays in the market and not just be dependent on somebody else. We've had people go from, absolute beginners in the stock market and trading to now a couple people, a few have chosen to make the decision to become full-time traders, through our resources and our knowledge, they're learning. And, now some of these people are calling their own plays or doing their own analysis when they started as just complete beginners a few months ago. So, it's dope. You get to see all the growth from individuals.
Well, super dope. And I've seen some of the big plays in there. What is the biggest play you've seen that somebody has made in the group?
Man, we had a guy like 2-3 weeks ago. He made 150K in a day on one play. I think that's the
Damn,
biggest.
son, where'd
Yeah,
you find this?
that's the biggest play we've had come through that group.
God damn.
Yeah.
That man made 150K off a play. That's
Come on, man. They got it. Come on, man. Y'all all here.
impact investments. That's all you gotta say.
Damn, man. Hey, man, I gotta give it up to you. And how'd you even come up with this idea? Like, was this you and some friends, or was this like you straight off the dump was like, yo, I'm making this money. I need to start teaching these people.
So I was getting a lot of DMs on Twitter. I was sharing my progress, sharing my journey. And people asked me if I had like a course or like a service or some type of group where they could learn. And it started. I was helping people in the DMs really. I made like some group DMs, and I was helping people, answering questions, doing guidance. And then eventually, I decided, I wanted to, create my own platform. I thought that would be a lot easier. At first, it was just a few people. I thought it was going to be something small. I could just help a few people, and it got so popular and it caught on so fast, and it just started blowing up real quick, and there was a lot of growth. So I brought some people in that I knew that were good traders that are also full-time traders that are educators that could help help out in the group, and we've just been continuing to grow from there.
And that speaks to another thing we love to talk about on this podcast, bro. The power of collaboration, group economics. Like a lot of times in our community, we think we got to do it by ourselves, and that's not the case. Like, yeah, you had the idea for the group. People was coming to you initially, but you understood that like if you wanted this to be a successful venture and you build your own platform, you're gonna need other people who you can trust,
Right.
to execute the way you need them to.
Yeah, and another thing, like, just with trading, there's so many ways to make money in the stock market. There's so many different strategies. There's so many different styles of trading you can do. And it doesn't make sense for me to try to master every single thing in the market. I'm good at what I do. I bring in other people that are good at what they do. They might specialize in different areas of the market. So we include a little bit of everything. So we have something for everybody, no matter what your style of trading is or what you want to do.
Yeah, man, I love it, bro. I love it. And I kind of want to go a little bit deeper now. And I know you said you're from Central Virginia, my brother. What's life like that growing up there? Because I know what it's like growing up in Louisiana and stuff. And Virginia's considered like the South too. Like, what was life like that? Did you see anybody else who was kind of like wealthy or people who are entrepreneurs or anything like that?
Not anybody that looked like me. When I was thinking of wealth, when I was delivering pizza, I was actually delivering in the next town over because it's a little bit of a wealthier area. So, the tips were better. So I was going to these nice houses. There was, nice houses, nice cars and things like that. But it was all kind of older white people. There wasn't anybody that really looked like me. There weren't any local entrepreneurs. Like the things I'm doing right now, to be where I'm from at my age is kind of unheard of. So, I think it really helps with our community to see someone that looks like you that's doing what you're doing. That makes it seem more attainable, because even when I was growing up, like I was associating just wealth and like real estate with old white folks, that's what I was associating money with. But, through like things like Twitter, that's why I really love Twitter, Black Wealth Twitter. There's a section, it's a lot of young people too, like in their 20s, in real estate, in stocks, in different, in a lot of different money lanes. And it's real inspiring. That's why, I salute you guys. I really appreciate what y'all are doing with this platform, the Black Wealth Renaissance. Just the name Black Wealth Renaissance, like that's hard. Like I really appreciate what y'all are doing, man, because it's important to get this information out to our people, man. Like it's a must.
Yeah, bro, it's the time. That's why we called it the Renaissance, bro. It's the time. Like people like you, people like all these people like on Blackwell Twitter that you mentioned, bro. It's time that we share this information with each other because a lot of times, we let the narrative be pushed that we this and we that and we can't do this and we can't do that. But we can take control of this narrative now that we got social media, and that's just the goal of everything with the movement.
Yeah. Social media is a powerful tool, man. Because
Yeah.
if you don't have people, if you want to get into entrepreneurship or something like that, but there's not a lot of people in your area that you can connect with, you can get on Twitter. You can find people that are all over the world you can connect with that are into the same things as you, man. So it's dope.
Mhm.